Our next video is on resistant exercises, so we're looking at strengthening the muscle. So we're looking at repetitions of 10 each time with sets of maybe 2 or 3. So what that means, you're doing 10 repetitions, having a rest of maybe 30 seconds before going again a second or even third time. And we're really concentrating on tempo here. So we're looking at a controlled movement. So we're looking at maybe, say we're doing a bicep curl, bringing up for a count of 2 and then releasing down for a count of 2, just to look to put the muscle under strain and to get the most benefit out of your exercise. This one is the seated row, so we're just going to come to the edge of the chair, bend forward at 45 degrees, arms down with the weights, and then from that starting position, bring the elbow past the midline, nice and tight to the body, finishing behind the back. Good tight squeeze on the shoulder blades and also at the biceps, and this exercise looking to improve strength at the upper back, biceps and also the rear shoulders. Okay, so this is now the alternative exercise for the seated row. So for those of you that have a TheraBand or for those that maybe can't do the forward lean position, just attaching the band around a fixed point or getting a partner to hold that there for you. Again, we're just looking at a similar movement, arms from in front, coming behind, keeping the elbows nice and tight into the torso, with the elbow finishing behind the back. We can look to do these also single arm, so from the double arm position we can do alternate left and right. Either repetitions, again one on the left, one on the right, or maybe even just doing say 10 on one side and then 10 on the other as a way of just progressing the exercise. This resistance exercise, we're looking at a shoulder press. So again, nice solid base, 45 degrees at the hip, feet flat on the floor. The weight either side of the shoulders to begin with, and then we're just pushing slowly up overhead and almost getting those weights to meet in the middle above the head. As with all the exercises, nice, slow and controlled to a tempo of roughly 2 seconds up and 2 seconds down. This exercise targeting the shoulder muscles and also triceps. Our next resistance exercise is the bicep curl. So just starting with the weights in each hand, either side of the body. We're just then curling up towards the chest and slowly lowering it down. So again, think about the tempo, 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down. And we can do this exercise as a double arm exercise, or we can look to do it individually, so isolating each side. And we can alternate left then right, or we can just do all the repetitions on one side and then changing over, doing them then on the opposite side. Okay, next exercise, focus on the chest. So from a seated position, we can look to put our hands onto maybe the work surface of the kitchen or onto a table as we've done here. And all we're doing is just leaning the body in, elbows out and then pushing away. So we're focusing again on the chest and also triceps. If you feel that this movement's a little bit off balancing, we can bring the feet forward so they're flat on the floor, and that just enables a bit more stability for the exercise. So if we're looking to adapt the last exercise and increase the difficulty, we can come into a standing position, hands just wider than shoulder width apart, slowly lowering the body towards the wall and pushing away. And then again, if we want to adapt the exercise even further, what we can do is just bring the feet back, so a bit more forward leaning into the wall, and this just increases the resistance on the chest. We could also look at alternating one leg forward and also one leg back, again just to progress the exercise on and increase the difficulty. Okay, moving on to our next exercise. This is the tricep extension, so working the back of the upper arm. So we're just going to bring the arm up over the head, and then from there, from behind the head, we're just extending up, straightening the elbow. Once again, controlling the movement, looking for sort of roughly 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down. Reps of about 10 to 12 each time. And then we're just swapping over. As we said, we can do this either with resistance, i.e. the weight, or we can just look to do it empty-handed if we're just looking for the resistance of the limb itself.